You are listening to Rockers in Recovery Radio. If you'd like to read more on festivals, events, blogs, and more, visit rockersinrecovery.com or visit us on Facebook. Thank you and enjoy the show.
Hey, welcome to the show. John Hollis with Rockers in Recovery. I want to thank everybody for tuning in today. We have a special guest on today, Dr. Harry Henshaw with Enhanced Healing Wellness Center out of Miami. Dr. Harry's been around the recovery process and helping people get clean and sober for 30 years, and we're close to it. But we're going to bring him on the line so he can tell us all about that. And Harry, I want to welcome you to the show.
Thank you very much, John. It's great to be here.
Well, you know something, you have a wealth of knowledge. You have been working with helping addicts and alcoholics for how long now?
A little bit over 30 years.
Okay.
Yeah. And working in residential programs and outpatient programs alike.
Okay, I was going to ask you that. Formally, what was your first treatment experience working with others?
I was working in North Miami Beach at a program called G&G Holistic, where I started out 20 years ago.
Okay. And what was your day-to-day operations there?
I started off working in the outpatient program as one of the therapists, and then I moved up to the inpatient program, the residential program, and worked there doing group psychotherapy, individual therapy, family therapy for many years. Mm-hmm. And then after leaving there, I worked in a variety of outpatient programs, and to the one that I'm working in now, which is strictly outpatient.
Okay. Where is that located? And that's in Enhanced Healing.
Enhanced Healing Wellness Center. We're located on 79th Street at 875 Northeast 79th Street in Miami.
Mm-hmm. Just before you go into North Bay Village.
Just before you go over the bridge into North Bay Village, and just east of Biscayne on 79th Street.
And it's been around for how long?
We're coming up on 2 years. In June, we will have been here 2 years, providing outpatient services to Miami-Dade.
Okay. What is let's talk about the services, because I think it's important for people to understand. You have a variety of different services. It's all outpatient, but there's a variety of different services and modalities. Let's take some time and talk about that. Can you give us a list of the modalities and enhancements and the things that you do to work with clients?
Yeah, we like to sort of mix a variety of rather traditional modalities with really holistic ones. The traditional ones are individual psychotherapy. We do group therapy. We do a great deal of family therapy. We really believe that, working with the family is in some ways the key to the whole thing. We also have a psychiatrist that works with us, so every client has a psychiatric evaluation and is seen on a regular basis by a physician. In conjunction with the traditional, we do a great deal of yoga. Much of it is designed to really help people with managing stress and learning how to relax. Yoga is a major component here. My partner, Vanessa Van Dyne, is a certified yoga instructor, and we do that 7 days a week. We also combine music therapy, which you know about, and we use it both for clients to listen to learn how to meditate, and then with the vibroacoustic, which is the relaxation lounge, which is an incredible tool for helping people to relax. So those are a couple of the holistic modalities that we use along with traditional work.
What is the aftercare program set up like for you?
Well, after people finish either intensive outpatient and the outpatient program, we have the aftercare component. And on Saturdays from 10 until 12, people who have finished the program can come for group counseling once a week. And if they really need individual counseling, we can provide that. If someone who's in the aftercare program has finished the program, needs to see the physician for medication, for a follow-up, we can arrange for that also. So the aftercare program is very important. We see it as someone just sort of staying connected to us and getting the services that they need.
Why, Harry? Here's the $billion question, so to speak. You've been doing this for like 30 years, and I'm sure there's been the heartstrong success stories and the heartfelt failures, and it takes a lot out of you. It's a lot of stress. It's a lot of work. I don't think people understand the guys that are out there and the ladies that are out there in the trenches every day. And it takes a lot out of you. Why and what made you want to start Enhanced Healing 2 years ago?
Well, I really believe that outpatient is a part of the modalities, a part of the spectrum, the treatment spectrum, where, I mean, this is just a personal opinion of mine, where clients really do the meat of the work. For example, when you're an outpatient, you're living out in the community. You're either in sober living, you're living in your own apartment, and you're dealing with, as they say in the program, life on life's terms. And to me, being able to help somebody go through that process of learning how to make decisions, how to become independent. For me as a clinician, I mean, the one thing that is, and I think I've even discussed it, is self-esteem. To me, is one of the cardinal things that has to be dealt with, and learning how to be independent and not dependent on other people is the other side of the equation. And working with people in the community on an outpatient basis, I think that's really the only, for me anyway, that's the only place where that's going to happen.
Extended care. When you look at the extended care aspect of things, when somebody goes into detox, they get done detox and they go to treatment. It might be, the model is 30 days, which we all know is insane, but 30 or 90 days. So let's say, in the world of great adventures, we end up, having an insurance industry that supports 90 days eventually. They would get done their treatment aspect, and they could go into sober living and then use Enhanced Healing for outpatient programming if they wanted to do that.
Yes.
So that's one aspect of it.
Correct. I think that, detox, I think residential can be important for people. And then when they come out, hopefully they haven't been using any sort of substances, and their thought process is starting to clear up. And that's when having a good outpatient program where you can connect with a therapist, where you can connect with a group, and you can actually start to apply all of the principles of the program, learning how to care about yourself again, all of those sorts of things. And for me, I think that when someone is in outpatient in the community, that's when the really transformation and that's when the growth really starts to happen, or it can happen for them.
Or as they say, where the rubber meets the road.
Where the rubber meets the road. I mean, life is lived, having a job, living in sober living, coming to counseling, going to meetings. That's where life takes place. And I think detox has its place. Residential definitely has its place. But where the work I believe is truly done is on an outpatient basis, and that's where people can really start to change their life, because they're learning how to deal with life on life's terms. There's a lot to that phrase.
In the process, when somebody, you go into the whole, there's no graduations in a program. We all know this. But when somebody has completed your program, what is the follow-up? Because, there's follow-up. Sometimes follow-up is, and we're talking about, you're talking about your Saturdays. Everybody's welcome. But is that a lifetime thing, or is it 5 years, 3 years? How long can somebody continue to see you and come to you, and you following up on them to see where they're at? How long is that process?
Well, we try to follow up people about when they've been totally discharged. We encourage them to come to aftercare. Okay, I've discussed a little bit about aftercare. And the follow-up, we try to stay in touch with people. About every month, we try to at least reach out to people. For the most part, people, will stay in touch with us. And I think just having us reach out and touch them makes a difference. And, they feel that, that somebody's out there, at least looking out for them. We don't want to create dependency. We want them to become independent, but we also want them to know that if anything happens, they can call us, and that happens a lot. People will reach out, and sometimes they'll just reach out for a couple of minute conversation or 10, 15-minute conversation, and then they're good to go and get back on things. But the aftercare, we also we plan, sometimes on monthly we have get-togethers where we have people over. And we invite all of the people who were former clients. And so we try to stay in touch with them. But we also don't want to create a total dependency upon them. We want them to grow up and to be able to live, again, part of the system creates dependency. We don't. We want to create a sense of independence so that people can actually, deal with life as it happens.
Go on to have and experience a good life.
And go on and have an experience of a good life. Yep. And again, being independent is also improving your self-esteem, believing that, you're worth it, that you're good enough, that you can actually, do this work is extremely important. For me, self-esteem is it's not dealt with enough in my industry, but we believe that it's one of the cornerstones of people having a successful recovery program. Them believing that they are worth it enough to take care of themselves and change the trajectory of their life.
In closing, Harry, we're down to our last 2 minutes. So in closing, what I'd like to be able to do is just have you tell the folks where they can reach you and how they can reach you, by phone and online.
Yeah. We have a website, enhancedhealing.com, which tells a little bit about our program. Again, we're on 79th Street here in Miami. I personally can be reached at my phone, 305-498-3442. In addition to the program, we also, do evaluations, helping people to find out if they do have a substance abuse problem and what needs to be done about it. Sometimes not going to outpatient is what's necessary. Sometimes going to detox is important. And we also have a parent support group here on Thursday nights and an Al-Anon meeting that meets on Sunday night. And on Friday night, we have an AA meeting at 7 o'clock here at the center. So we're trying to provide a variety of services for everyone in the community, not just clients, people that would be clients of ours.
This is great stuff. Dr. Harry Henshaw with Enhanced Healing Wellness Center in Miami. Again, Dr. Harry gave you his cell phone. Here's the main number is 305-456-6361, and it's enhancedhealing.com. You can check them out by going to their website or giving them a call. And, of course, Dr. Harry, we want to thank you for being on the show and being a part of Rockers in Recovery. You guys rock.
Thank you very much.
the power move you, and the suffering is a fight to be free. Kneel down and find truth, find something new. You gotta bend and break to be saved. Oh, the road is long. Hold my hand, take a stand. You will start to see. You can lose the fear. Faith is near on the road to recovery. Sometimes it feels wrong, but you got to stay strong. You know it's real when the hate you feel is gone. So hold my hand, take a stand. You will start to see. You can lose the fear. Faith is near on the road to. Hold my hand, take a stand. You will start to see. You can lose the fear. Faith is near on the road to recovery. On the road to recovery.
With Lucky Land Slots, you can get lucky just about anywhere.
Dearly beloved, we are gathered here today to... Has anyone seen the bride and groom?
Sorry, we're here. We were getting lucky in the limo and we lost track of time.
No, Lucky Land Casino, with cash prizes that add up quicker than a guest registry.
In that case, I pronounce you lucky.
Play for free at LuckyLandSlots.com. Daily bonuses are waiting. No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited by law. 18+. Terms and conditions apply. See website for details.